Hey, I ain't seen him yet, but I guess we gonna see this shit now. I ain't heard all he did, but apparently play until Japan. Hold on, after this, nigga. Hold on. We finna get into the game. We gonna have hella music, but fucking Druski Allegations, bro. Apparently, dude was at Diddy's mansions doing some Diddy activities. Thumbnail secured, so let's see what they talking about, what they got on my
So
nigga Druski,
Druski
bro.
has been an up-and-coming
Honestly,
star
bro,
for
innocent.
around the last 4 years. He was ushered into the
I'm
internet
guessing.
game around the same time as his good friend Jack Harlow, and it was like as Jack was rising
Nah,
up the
bro,
ranks
lock
of
in,
music,
bro.
Druski was rising up the ranks of comedy. During that time, he has become the most infamous skit comedian online, and this has obviously afforded him many opportunities, including his own show, countless sponsorships and commercials, features in movies, stake in Happy Dad alcoholic beverages, a feature on
I
2K,
don't think.
a
Nah, he
comedy
wasn't. Of
tour,
course he
and
wasn't.
frequent
Like, nigga, what they.
collaborations with the biggest.
Bro, I ain't seen the actual allegations, but bro, what I'm hearing or what I'm seeing on the internet, niggas talking about this shit happened in 2018. And well, I seen his response before, like when I first thing I woke up before I ever seen the allegations. He said in 2018 I was a nobody, so how the fuck would I be at a Diddy party?
Streamers
Like,
and comedians in the world. Basically, this
and
man.
the nigga said, in the allegation, I seen somewhere on the internet that was like, motherfucker said Druski, nigga, you would have knew the nigga, bro. Nobody knew what a Druski was back then, nigga. You would have used the nigga biological name, bro, not his internet
Cash cow,
Instagram
as
hashtag
Druski has an insane
Druski.
ability to
No,
take
he
everyday
said,
situations and
yeah,
types of
his
people
Instagram
and turn
hashtag
them into a
Druski.
viral skit or a meme. And his comedy just has this way of reflecting and
Yo,
predicting in real life
nah,
situations.
that's
But
crazy.
now Druski has found himself wrapped up in the Diddy situation, as he and his friend and popular wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., have been listed in some of these Diddy accusations. But the claims they are throwing around here are honestly so outlandish that it almost makes this hard to believe. Now, yesterday was when this bombshell would hit the timeline. In the matter of Ashley Parham versus Sean Diddy Combs, an amended
Bro,
complaint names
bitches
2
just
more
be wanting
plaintiffs and
attention.
several additional defendants, including Odell Beckham Jr., Druski, and a myriad of other people. So previously, it was just Ashley Parham versus Sean Diddy Combs, and then a couple John Does that were not listed, and now those John Does, the main ones, have been listed as Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. In total, Druski's name is actually listed 45 different times in this lawsuit,
Damn.
but these are the key details that really make everyone think that this is pretty far-fetched. Defendant Diddy then instructed another defendant Doe to also violate plaintiff defendant Doe, who has been determined to be defendant Druski, is what they're alleging. They say instead of immediately violating the plaintiff, defendant Druski doused plaintiff with more oil and lubricant and then jumped on
What?
top of the plaintiff's naked and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide.
Yo, they said this nigga Juicy win. He said slip and slide in that bitch, nigga. What? He said douse her in fucking baby oil, and then he said slip
And
and
knocking
slide
the
in that
wind out of the
motherfucker.
plaintiff due to his enormous size. So they're saying Druski was and knocking the wind
Bro, what? He said he knocked the
top
wind
of
out
the
of me. Yo, bro, these bitches really be off that shit. Why is she trying to ruin my young nigga Drewski life, bro? Like,
plaintiff's
damn.
naked and oiled body, treating it like a slip and slide, and
Slip
knocking
and
the
slide is
wind out of the
crazy.
plaintiff due to his enormous size. So they're saying Druski was slipping
Wow.
and sliding all around. Defendant Druski then caught himself from sliding
This
over the
is
plaintiff's oiled
crazy.
body and off the bed. He then began violating the plaintiff through her reproductive parts. While defendant
Nah,
Druski
that's
was
crazy.
violating the plaintiff, defendant Diddy sat in a
Bro.
chair near the bed and began pleasuring himself while recording plaintiff's violation by defendant Druski. Another party's phone fell on the bed near the plaintiff. The plaintiff then attempted to grab the phone, but it slipped out of her hands and onto the floor due to the oil/lubricant that had been doused all over her person by defendants Diddy and Druski. Obviously, at this point, the baby oil is like infamous in this Diddy case. For those of you who don't remember, they claim that they discovered over 1,000 bottles of laced baby oil in Diddy's house.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs.
Bro, remember
More
when
than
them niggas
1,000
try to say,
bottles altogether.
oh, he bought it in
Defendant
bulk
Diddy
at
began laughing
Costco?
at
Costco
plaintiff's
said,
attempt to
we don't
grab the
sell baby
phone.
oil in
Throughout
bulk,
this
fuck,
violent
nigga.
gang violation, defendant
Freaky
Diddy
ass
made
boy.
constant belittling remarks to plaintiff, including that he owned her now. When defendant Druski was finished violating the plaintiff, defendant KK entered the room to examine the condition of the plaintiff, who was barely able to move or control her bodily functions. And they say this is when they attached her to an IV and pretty
I
much
ain't
brought her
post
back to
IG
life,
know
made
these,
sure
I'm
she wasn't
tweaking.
gonna die. And that was apparently when Diddy Shane, who is apparently the man who introduced Diddy to this person, KK, Odell, and Druski then exited the residence to the backyard where they smoked marijuana.
Am I tweaking? Hold on. I know I'm not tweaking, bro. Ain't that the bitch from the... Oh, bro, I swear she looked like Country from Could Have Been Love, bro. Hold on, Shad. No, hold on, bro. We finna use our big brains in this bitch, bro. Where is she at? That bitch look like Country, bro. Where she trying to sue Druski because she got eliminated last week, bro? Let me find out where this bitch shit at, bro.
She got like 2 meatballs in the back of her.
Let me find out she trying to sue because she got eliminated. Hold on. Am I tripping, chat? Hold on. Am I tripping? Bro.
Was it a mistake?
I don't know, Chad. Hey, Chad. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I might not be. Hey, bro. Am I tripping?
I wonder if there was a mistake.
Hey, that actually might be her, bro. Where she trying to sue Druski, bro? Because she got kicked out.
Where they smoked marijuana
I'm tripping,
and cigarettes. And so
obviously,
similar, though, had the internet going absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nigga, I believe that shorty could have looked like this in 2018, bro. That's believable. Bro, she could have looked like that in 2018.
And
that's
so
believable.
Obviously, this all had the internet going absolutely wild. Of course, people immediately started resurfacing old clips of Diddy hanging out with Druski.
Because she did get her body done and shit.
I do.
Yo, that nigga is freaky as hell.
They were basically saying that this clip hits different now, as it was also rumored that Diddy had been lacing drinks at his infamous parties.
I wouldn't. Shot.
Bro, I thought that picture was fake, bro. No way this is actually real from a skit. Nah, that's one of the scariest shits ever, bro.
Druski was also asked at one point what it was like to attend these Diddy parties.
He said I was in attendance.
Yeah, I've been in attendance. Not, hey, what the fuck you smirking for?
I ain't saying that.
I've been in attendance.
We just asking regular questions.
That's all I said. I said I've been in attendance. I have been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking.
We just asking. Yeah. As soon as you asked, he said,
"You had fun." I ain't seen that.
Yeah, you did. Huh?
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, I mean it was a party. I wasn't at one of them parties.
What parties you talking about?
I have been in attendance at a puff party. You know what I'm saying? I've been in attendance. Yeah, I went. Yeah. The party I went to, it was girls turn up, you know what I'm saying? The regular, you know what I mean? Other celebrities and shit, yeah.
Now, obviously, Druski does like to troll. Yes, his body language became a little bit uncomfortable, but you do have to keep in mind that thousands of different people have been to these Diddy parties, allegedly, and obviously, when they're all asked about it, they all say, well, you know, I went to the Diddy party, but I didn't go to, like, the Diddy party, like the behind-the-doors party that was going on. So then I started questioning, well, what was Diddy's real relationship with Druski? And as you guys can see here, back in 2021, Druski did have this show called Sneaking In with Druski, and upon further inspection, you can see that this was airing on Revolt, which was a media network that was primarily owned and founded by Sean Diddy Combs.
Whoa.
And although he no longer owns any shares in the company, back in 2021, he was still running that shit, and he presumably gave that opportunity to his boy Druski. I also thought that this little tidbit was interesting because Odell Beckham Jr. and Druski have been friends for quite a few years now. Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. struck up a friendship with Druski upon finding his videos and invited the comedian to stay at his home during the COVID-19 pandemic. And obviously, the pandemic was back in early 2020, and that's when these dates really started matching up because the defendant is saying that this happened on March 23rd, 2018, way before Druski was even remotely famous or known online, where the defendant says that this guy Shane invited the plaintiff over to his home to assist him with his cancer medications because he stated he was weak and unable to open his medications. She says upon her arrival that this guy Shane wanted to give her a ride in his new car, and she says this is when this guy Shane pretty much set her up for the violation that allegedly involved Diddy, Druski, and OBJ. Now, much like with Jay-Z with his recent Diddy accusations, Druski would respond swiftly to this filing.
That
He says
Jay-Z
the
wasn't
allegation is a
believable
fabricated
because
lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke and living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation, so the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose
that's what I
this
seen
falsehood,
this morning.
and the
First thing I
individuals who are
woke up,
maliciously trying to game the legal system.
I'm like,
to
merch
build
what
false
happened. Then
narratives.
later on, I found
So
out
he
some
kinda
Diddy
has
shit.
the
I'm
same
like,
stance that
merch.
Jay-Z had back a couple months ago, saying this whole thing is a bunch of bullshit, and the timeline isn't even really adding up. And of course, when something like this comes out, you're gonna have a lot of people running with the story, like this tweet that went viral where this girl says, I can't believe hashtag Odell Beckham Jr. and hashtag Druski are in this new Diddy lawsuit taking turns violating this girl. Wow. You had other popular hip-hop and media
Druski
pages saying
did what?
Druski did what? The same sentiment is shared here,
Yo.
ironically including this misinformation meme. Then you had people using Druski's own skits against him, like this guy who says there's no way that this Druski shit is real.
Yo.
Basically saying that was Druski's reaction to this information. Another user says Druski after someone didn't give him consent.
Bro, this nigga Druski low-key been around for a calm little minute, bro. It literally seems like this nigga's like,
seems to really be
he's still like a new comedian, but this nigga's really been around for like 4+ years now.
He says Druski's lawyer right now.
And he's still a staple comedian, you know what I'm saying? Like,
payment, buddy.
he ain't dropped no miss yet.
They gave you life. Sayonara.
So yeah, it's just crazy to see this guy's own skits and various statements being used against him at this point, even if it is a joke. These are the type of things that people try to get off online, and they do end up going viral. And it's really all just for a couple little Twitter shekels and a little bit of clout. Like, it's not worth making this type of weird, shitty joke, whether you believe he's guilty for some reason or not. Because honestly, I think it's a whole bunch of nonsense. And it leads to other people making more serious statements like this. Okay, so now that Druski was named in the Diddy lawsuit for a gang violation, this creepy skit he made in 2022 about guys getting girls drunk to have sex with them is aging so horribly. And
bro, no way, actually, there's niggas actually that believe that shit.
Of this skit,
like, this nigga talking slow as fuck too, so I'm gonna speed this bitch up because I'm trying to hop on COD.
Is to say the guys who act like this are pieces of shit. Now here is a clip from 4 months ago of this news network, and of the lawyer representing this woman, Ashley Parham, in this case, and now these other two Jane Does, speaking on behalf of her client and the entire situation.
Well, her attorney says she was in her 30s at the time of this alleged violent attack. It happened just about half a mile away from the Orinda police station here in a quiet neighborhood about 6 years ago.
So yeah, 6 years ago, long before Druski was known at all.
Ashley Parham says in 2018, Diddy and his entourage violently gangbang styled her in Orinda. Her attorney, Ariel Mitchell, says it all started when she met a man named Shane Pierce at a bar.
Some of these women just really out here trying to ruin niggas' lives for no reason, bro. She said
that she didn't like him because he had something to do
with it.
The lawsuit says Parham believed Pierce invited her over to set her up to be by Diddy. The Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office told us in a statement, a report was taken on March 23rd, 2018. We take these cases seriously, and detectives thoroughly investigated the accusations. It was later determined the claims were unfounded.
And that does make things a little bit more interesting for me because obviously a legitimate report was made at that time, but even back then the police say, well, we found no wrongdoing. As a matter of fact, they're saying we don't believe this ever even happened.
She also reported the incident to Walnut Creek Police and Orinda Police without naming Diddy, as she felt she would not be believed. The woman who lives there confirms Pierce lived there, but that he was too sick with cancer and ALS to have done this. She also says Pierce did not know Diddy.
So they're saying this guy has not only cancer, but also ALS. Now, if I really want to get into my conspiracy,
that's
I
crazy,
want to know here
bro.
that I think that this all
so
could
this
just be
bitch
a
really
mastermind
just
smokescreen being set by Diddy and his legal team. It's like Pokemon, okay, the accuracy goes down once you set the smokescreen. Because recently, the case against Jay-Z has been dropped without prejudice, which I believe means that they cannot, try to bring it back up in court. They cannot try and try Jay-Z again for the same thing. Obviously, there was a lot of holes in the timeline of that story. The accuser's own father said that he doesn't remember any of that taking place. And overall, the timeline and the series of events, especially when she came out on that news segment, just really were not adding up. And when the decision by the judge was made public, and that entire thing was dismissed, Sean Combs' legal team would put out this statement. Today's complete dismissal by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like this claim, the others will fall apart because there is no truth to them. Sean Combs has never essayed or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. No number of lawsuits, sensationalized allegations, or media theatrics will change that reality. We will continue to fight these baseless claims and hold those responsible for these false claims. This is just the first of many that will not hold up in the court of law. And that's why I have the feeling that this entire thing is a bit of a smokescreen. Because if you have enough of these outrageous allegations coming out, it allows you to kind of start poking holes and giving a little bit of reasonable doubt to accusations that could actually be legit. And it's like the more outlandish they get, like describing Druski as using her as a slip and slide and then the timeline not adding up at all, it just hurts the case for people who are possibly actual victims of abuse at the hands of P. Diddy. And at this point, it's like Diddy seems so seemingly stuck in this corner that it's like that's all they can do to kind of like alter the public perception a little bit. And as these cases start getting knocked down and dismissed, it kind of starts the social programming and people start to think, well, maybe these other things aren't
bro, like there's actually a high chance because, bro, with these, what niggas not realizing is like the more niggas that's coming out false claiming shit, the less this case is going to be taken seriously. And then, bro, sooner or later, now this nigga Diddy's just going to be let go because it's like motherfuckers going to be like, nah, this shit ain't even like, niggas not actually like taking this shit serious. And it's like, bro, they just going to let this nigga go because of, I wouldn't say how much power he have, but I really do. I seen a theory that this nigga was like a informant for the FBI or some shit. That's why that like he was getting like away with all that shit for so long. Cause ain't no way that nigga really got away with all that shit for that long, nigga. He was definitely, you know what I'm saying,
spectrum, you're gonna have a whole
doing
bunch of
some type
bringing
of
up false claims because they want to pay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the way they describe the entire series of events just seems a little bit too outlandish for me personally to believe. And I think that it could definitely hurt real victims in this case. Either way, I want to know what you guys think about these accusations down below. As always, also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
Calm video from Jamari, bro.
And Superman and some other laws.
We on call with it, bro. We on call.